Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are with a new lecture of quantity surveying, and the topic is measurement and conversion of the area. Area may be measured in mile square, kilometer square, and this is the kilometer square short in written kilometer square, meter square, and in short meter square, yard square, and in short we write short square like this, foot square, and this is the foot square, inch square, this is the inch square, centimeter square, and this is the short form of the centimeter square, millimeter square, and this is the short form of the millimeter square. Another way of the unit of the area may be write as square mile, the square kilometer, and this is the short form of the square kilometer. Square meter is the short form. Square yards, and this is the square yards of short form. Square foot this is the full form, and this is the short form of square foot. Square inch, and this is the square inch, the short form. In short form, this is the square centimeter full form, and this is the square centimeter short form. Square millimeter, and this is the square millimeter short form, etc. Now we are going to convert the different units into the different. For example, here meter square into the centimeter square. For this conversion, we are taking the factor of 100 square, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and the reverse conversion, centimeter square to meter square, the factor is 0.01 square, and this 0.01 we are getting from here. 1 is divided by this 100 factor, and we are getting the 0.01. For example, convert 5.5 meter square into the centimeter square. For this, we are just multiplying this factor 100 square by 5.5, and we are getting the 55,000 centimeter square. For conversion into the centimeter square to the meter square, just multiply by this 95 by 0.01 square factor, and this is the factor is here. You can see that, and we are getting the result is here. Another factor is meter square to millimeter square, and we should know that 1 meter is equal to 1000 meter, and this is the unit conversion of the length. But in here we are dealing with the area, so we are squaring of this 1000. And for conversion of millimeter square to meter square, just 1 divided by this 1000, and we are getting this factor 0.001, and squaring for this square. 2.1 meter square into the millimeter square for conversion, just 2.1 multiplied by 1000 square, and we are getting this result. 110 millimeter square into the meter square, just 110 multiplied by 0.001 square, and this is the square, and the factor is here like previous conversions, and we are getting 0.00011 meter square. Another conversion is centimeter to millimeter square. Centimeter to millimeter square, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, and 1 centimeter square is equal to 110 square millimeter square. 1 millimeter is equal to 0.1, and for square we are taking here square. Convert 4.1 centimeter square, just 4.1 multiplied by 10 square is the factor is here like this. For converting the 1 millimeter square into the 0.1 square centimeter, for converting 45 millimeter square, we are taking 45 multiplied by 0.1, this 0.1 factor square for point we are getting 0.45 centimeter square conversion. Another important conversion is kilometer square to meter square. We know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter in length. So squaring for the area, we are getting 1 kilometer square is equal to 1000 square meter square. For conversion, the reverse 1 meter square to the kilometer square, just 1 divided by 1000, we are getting this factor 0.001 and squaring for the area. Convert 5 kilometer square into the meter square, just multiply 5 by 1000 square factor. This is the 1000 square factor. For conversion of kilometer square to the meter square, we are getting this result. Convert 1210 meter square into the kilometer square, just take this factor 0.001 square and multiply 1210 and we are getting 1.21 kilometer square. Another important factor is 1 meter square into the foot square, and we know that in length 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. So the 1.1 meter is equal to 3.28 square foot square. And the reverse procedure, 1 foot square is equal to 0.304 square meter square. And in like previous cases, we are getting this 1 divided by 3.28, we are getting this factor 0.304. Convert 5.5 meter square into the foot square, just 5.5 multiplied by 3.28 square, this is the factor 3.28 square. Convert 1000 foot square into the meter square, just nothing, 1000 multiplied by 0.304 and we are getting the result. Another factor is for the meter square to the square yards, it is very important conversion. 1 meter is equal to 1.09 yards in length. 1 square yard is equal to 0.917 meter. So 1 divided by 1.09, we are getting this factor. As we are dealing here area, we are taking the square of the factors like this here. Convert 15 meter square into the square yards, just 15 multiplied by 1.09 square and we are getting 17.85 square yards. For conversion of the 120 square yards into the meter square, no matter 120 multiplied by this 0.917 square factor, this is the factor you can see here and we are getting 100.8 meter square. Another important factor is square yard to the square feet or foot square. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. 1 square yard is equal to 3 square foot square. 1 square foot is equal to 0.33 square. We are getting this 1 divided by 3. We are getting this factor 0.33. 17 square yards into the square feet, just 17 multiplied by 3 square. This is the 3 square factor. And we are getting 153 square feet. Convert 120 square feet into the square yard. No matter 120 multiplied by this factor 0.33 square and we are getting 13.2 square yards. 1 foot square is equal to 12 square inch square. That is 12 square means 144. But we are taking in square 12 square is a factor. Convert 17 foot square into the square inches. No matter 17 multiplied by 12 square and we are getting this 2448 inch square. For conversion of inch square to the foot square, just multiply by this like this. Convert 15 inch square into the foot square, 15 multiplied by 0.08 square and we are getting this result. And the factor is here like previous factors. 1 inch square is equal to 2.54 square centimeter square and 1 centimeter square is equal to 0.393 square. Convert 17 inch square into the centimeter square. 17 multiplied by 2.54 square. This is the 2.54 square. Keep it in mind. So the result is 109.65 inches square. Convert the 15 centimeter square into the inches square. No matter, 15 multiplied by 0.393 and we are getting inches square result. This is the 0.393 factor. This is the very important factor. 1 acre is equal to 4840 square yards. The acre unit is used in land measurement for big land measurements, and 1 acre is equal to 4840 square yards. 1 square yards is equal to 0.0021 acre. And how you are getting? Just 1 divided by 4840, we are getting this 0.0021 acre. Convert 17 acre into the square yards. 17 multiplied by 4840, we are getting square yards. Convert 450 square yards into the acre. 450 multiplied by 0.0021 and we are getting this result in acre. This is the assignment. All these assignment is related to the lecture. Watch this lecture 2 to 3 times and you will be able perfectly to solve, to convert these factors 1 to 16 successfully. This is the another segment we are introducing. This is the poetry of a famous poet. ए तायरेला होती उस रिस्क से मौत अच्छी जिस रिस्क से आती हो परवाज में कोताही। आपने बताना है कि शेर किस शायर का है और तायरेला होती से क्या मुराद है। इस शेर का आपकी अपनी ज़िंदगी में कोई असर नज़र आता है? समझिए इस चीज़ को, अपने जवाब कमेंट्स में दें और दूसरों से इख्तलाफ अखलाक में रहकर करें। शुक्रिया। दिस इज़ द टोटल ऑफ दिस लेक्चर। थैंक यू वेरी मच। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।